Recording in progress.
Now we can start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this press conference. Now we are going to start with some questions in the call. Pedro, you got the first question.
Yes, hello. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Pedro Romero, independent journalist. First and foremost, got to give you the commiserations on the series loss and subsequent elimination from this competition. And, hopefully you guys can bounce back sometime in the future, much sooner rather than later, of course. I'm going to send this question over to Ewok. I mean, just want to give you your thought, or want to ask you your thoughts as to what went down in map 3 and having to go through low ascent and having to face off against Fnatic's curveball with the chamber on that map. Two-parter. Were you guys surprised by it, and also how did you guys try to work around it? And on top of that, what do you think was the difficult aspects that the team had to navigate in that time frame?
Yeah, of course, we're surprised by the comp. They haven't showed it yet, but it's variation of something that we're used to playing against, so nothing too surprising in that sense. I think our problem solving on attack was not good in terms of we just don't play our normal way. I think we made it very hard for ourselves. How we played, of course, there's a lot of tools also that we were not winning, but we're not putting ourselves in the best situation to kind of win out either.
Pedro, do you have a follow-up question? Well, it seems not. So, Procesa, you go next. Procesa.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Commiserations for the loss. RRQ, I would like to ask questions to Coach Ewok, but anyone can answer this actually. So, despite the loss, what are the most valuable lessons RRQ is taking away from this series against a top-tier team like Fnatic, and how will you use them to prepare for your next series at APAC Stage 2?
Of course, there's a lot to learn playing on this stage. I think in terms of firepower, we didn't match up as well across the whole series. We were there for one map. But then also, I think there's some things that we'll have to practice in terms of how different we are from practice to match. So I think there's some adjustments we need to make there.
All right. We'll ask questions in bahasa Indonesia untuk Cahaya sama David. A tough loss actually buat kalian. Ini adalah performance kalian yang bisa dibilang kurang menyenangkan tentu saja bagi kalian. Tapi apakah kalian punya pesan yang ingin disampaikan kepada Kingdom di Indonesia yang saat ini menyaksikan siaran press conference, apalagi sekarang di Indonesia sudah jam 4 pagi. Mungkin ada yang pengen disampaikan?
Sorry aja sih kita nggak bisa perform dengan baik kayak tim Pasifik yang lain. Terus makasih banyak yang udah support kita. Tadi kita juga lihat kayak beberapa orang Indo di sini. Seneng banget kayak bisa lihat orang Indo di sini nonton Masters kan. Kita bakal coba buat perform better next time. Thank you yang udah support.
Thank you. David?
Sebelumnya sorry buat fans RRQ Kingdom terutama, apalagi yang udah nonton belain sampai pagi-pagi. Sorry kita belum bisa kasih performa yang kalian pengen lihat, tapi kita bakal usaha lagi buat next time kita bakal perform yang lebih baik.
Alright, Cahaya, David, thank you very much. Best of luck for your upcoming tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have another question from Pedro.
Yes, it's going to be a much more of an open-ended question to anyone that would like to answer. Given how the first seeded teams have struggled in the first hurdle of this competition. There's plenty of talk of like as to what went down, what's going wrong with the team, whether like the team kind of, or whether the teams had experienced any kind of like issues just trying to go from like competing in domestic to the international, also dealing with the changes of the meta. From your point of view, what do you feel affected RRQ the most in this competition as a whole, and why?
Definitely think there's a difference between playing the group stage. But I don't want to use it as an excuse. I think the level that we played at wasn't high enough. So I think there's a possibility we even go out in groups if we play this level, to be honest. That's just on us. I don't want to put blame on anything else or make excuses from first seed or whatever. I don't think that matters. Fnatic played a better game today. They're a first seed as well. G2 won as well. So they played better than their opponent, and we weren't better than our opponent today. I think that doesn't matter if we were first seed or not.
I want to ask one more question, if that's fine with you all.
Yes.
You guys can hear?
Given
Yeah.
from what you've
Cannot.
Look, can you hear me?
I cannot hear anything.
How about the rest of the other guys?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right. Given the opponents that you guys faced in this competition, what do you feel has been the biggest thing that stood out to you, to the players and also as the coach in terms of like the gap from like where you guys are currently at right now and the opponents in terms of level and the like?
I think we just got out aimed, to be fair. Because on this series, for example, Asan, I think we just got out aimed really badly. Because I don't know if everyone think the same thing as well. But other than that, I think it's pretty much on the same level how they play, Like they played super good. Like we just played really bad. There's nothing other than that.
Thank you so much. Now we are going to take some questions here in the room.
Yo, Nerdscast, independent caster and journalist. Sorry for the loss, homies. I'm gonna try to keep it a bit lighthearted. All of you guys got glasses, and as a fellow glasses wearer, I wanted to just kind of ask who has like the worst prescription potentially, and who has the coolest set of glasses, in your opinions.
I think
We can. Oh yeah,
sorry. I think Kong has the worst prescription.
I was gonna say if pushy or crazy, if you guys want to chime in, get some more people talking, love to hear from you.
I think the best one is Xpero. Xpero has the best stuff.
Really care about it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
the glass is just to see.
Yeah,
so
but-
I don't really care much.
So Crazy Guy has the best, like the worst prescription. I
Oh.
think the best style is Xpero or Ewok.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the question is.
Like you cannot hear.
Oh, it's just like
Yeah.
whose glasses? Let's just keep it funny.
Who's glasses?
Keep it a little light. The next question is for Jemkin. As a fellow, Ukrainian growing up in a Slavic household, just want to know if you have a favorite food from back home.
Maybe like шашлык.
Oh,
Yeah.
Борщ оливье у меня.
Huh.
And then final question for Manette. If you have anything to say to your compatriots on PRX to kind of give them some hope, what do you have to say to them?
I think you guys will win this time.
Thank you guys so much. Unfortunate, but y'all played well, and see you guys in stage 2. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Sierra Zobi, freelance esports commentator. This is also a lighthearted question. Just one over to, I'm going to butcher the name, apologies, Xfero. FNS was actually watch partying the game today and said that kid is him after he realized you were to bottle under a different name from Champs back in Istanbul. Do you have any message to him? And how did you respond to his retirement? And how do you think you've changed as a player since those days?
I hope you get back on the server. So maybe in the next time we can meet again in the server. I think that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, RRQ, for being here with us. With this, we conclude this press conference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this press conference. Congratulations, Fnatic, for your victory. Now we are going to start with some questions here in the room. You go first.
Yes, hello, Sierra Zobi, freelance esports commentator. This question goes over to Coach Milan. On behalf of another coach you may know of, King Fred, we just wanted to know, you had a very creative composition today pulled out on Ascent with the chamber. Was there any inspiration for it?
It's funny.
Shout out King Fred.
Shout out King Fred, first of all. I think obviously it's a composition that Ben Scott is very familiar with. I don't know, I think I can say this. When we were discussing trying this comp on like different maps, this was probably the map that Ben was like least in favor of running it on, and somehow we ended up doing it and it looked quite nice today. So I'm very happy we did.
Thank you.
Who's King Fred?
It's a friend of me and Ben.
Yeah, who is King Fred, huh?
King Fred, he's gonna be here on finals weekend. We better make it.
My nan had a dog. It was called Fred.
Nice.
Dead now.
As a peace, Fred.
It bit my balls once. Anyway.
Moving on.
First of all, congratulations on the win.
Can you close the mic again, please?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations on the win. My question goes to Crashes. So it has been 2 years since you played your last Masters. In that run, you faced Fnatic and lost. How is being on their side now? And what's the biggest difference you see between NA and EMEA since you played both?
I think the style is just, it's very different, but it's kind of similar in like just different ways. I feel like I kind of have an advantage now because I know how NA plays and now I know how Europe plays. So I could kind of like mix in some things that I like from NA and also from Europe and just kind of make it the best of both worlds. And then being on Fnatic is just obviously amazing. Just a legacy org and to be with these teammates, and it's just so much fun every single day. And we just enjoy playing with each other. So it's special.
All right. Good luck on the remaining of the championship.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Bodok here. I have a question to Kayak. Since I've been working with Apex a little bit, I've heard some very positive things about the couch at Apex HQ. What do you have to say about that couch? Because your former teammates fucking love it.
I mean, that couch is pretty good, not gonna lie. So, well, what else I can say?
All right,
It's a legendary couch.
That was a bit sus.
What are you doing on
What
the
am I
couch?
following up? Hi, spirits. Hello, my name is Nerds, independent freelance commentator and journalist. First question goes to anyone, but more specifically the coach, about the second map. A lot of the energy felt similar in a lot of cases to what happened on Split previously, but it was a little bit different, right? There was a lot of moments of indecisiveness, what it seemed like. Can you guys open up a little bit about game two? And then I have a funnier question, hopefully.
I was joking.
Oh, fuck. Well, so, I mean, they were just shooting. Like, I think they kept running in, it kept working, and I think we didn't really have an answer to it. So, to keep it blunt, like, I don't think there was any, like, issues necessarily. Like, it was just, they were shooting heads better on that second map than we were, and that's ultimately what this game comes down to sometimes.
Yeah.
I think the boys, like, honestly, this whole event, they've kept their energy like very good. Everyone talks about like our team's energy, synergy, and fun that we have, and I think that we've yet to like really run into a game where that like drops heavily. So no, I'm not really worried, or I wasn't really worried after that second map.
Next question is for Boaster and Kayak. The no nose and the shorts buff. Was it felt today? The no nose tape?
Yeah.
There's the shorts buff.
Yeah, I mean, nose tape. There is no strip, and we won. So the nose strip was a card.
I'm hoping Crashies gets his legs out one day. No, joking. I meant with the shorts, obviously, but he doesn't like shorts.
No, I don't like shorts very much.
Why is that?
I'm not sure.
He skips leg day. That's why.
No.
Oh, you got all the upper arm strength. Last funny question. Chronicle over there on the end. I asked this to some other Slavic players. Just what's your favorite Slavic food? Because I know from my hometown, I'm always, olivia and kotleta, but.
Kotleta is good. Kotleta is good.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna lie. But I obviously like pelmeni. Pelmeni is super good. It's like just like to understand it's like dumplings, but in a slightly different way. It just stuffed dough with minced meat, and that's it. And like it also has some obviously Jewish from meat, and I mean it's pretty tasty.
Уксус smetana?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise? Did you have them try it ever? Any of the teammates?
I don't think anyone tried it.
Ah.
And I don't want them to try because they think it's way too simple.
What about these?
Come on.
These nuts?
Ah.
Bro, you think you're funny
I
enough?
tried.
Bro, you catch some fun. You catch some fun today, bro.
You got some fun.
Thank
bro.
you.
Don't worry about him, Croc.
Thank you and good luck in the rest of the tournament, homies.
Someone is laughing over there.
Yeah, someone's loving it over there.
Yeah.
I haven't tried these before.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Question. I'm Razor. Question from the Valorant competitive community. From Milan. The Haven comp didn't work against the two Pacific teams, despite the usual high win rate in EMEA. Do you think the team didn't play like they usually do with the comp, or just that the other teams are better? And is that something that you will take into account for future matches?
I wanna talk. I know it's Milan, but I will say something. I think this is the momentum game and mental game. And if you win on momentum and mental, you're gonna win the game. And I think what is happening on us on Haven, that's just what I think. Maybe, I mean, if I'm that genius, I will be coach, but that's what I think. I think if we start attack on Haven, that's the key over there. He's sleeping over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
That simple, right?
I think it is just that. I think if we, I talked about it before. I think we lost the two Haven games for very different reasons. So I'm not reading into it too badly. I think it's just something for us to figure out. But thankfully, we're in a position where we have an extra day, before we have to play again. So I'm not too worried about it.
Thank you. And I've got two questions for Boaster. Fnatic dominated in 2023, and a lot of the team has changed since then. Do you think that not carrying around the pressure of continuing the dominance of 2023 Fnatic has helped you perform and lead the team in a better way?
Yes and no, I guess. I think from last year's perspective, it was like we wanted to have that dominance again, and then we got caught with our pants down a little bit. So then we were trying to play catch up, but then there's a lot of mental aspects playing into last year. This year was a bit more chill. Like zero expectations has been working so far, other than kickoff. But I'd say that's I kind of forgot that on the first day here, and we were stressing out in that Gen.G game. As you could see, probably in like the footage and stuff. And then today, I don't think it was as stressed. Like even though we were losing Haven, it didn't feel stressed. It just felt like they were absolutely banging us. And so when it came to Ascent and we got the ball rolling, it just feels good. We're definitely a momentum team, but most teams are, I'd say. And I just think, I think we're capable of greatness. We just got to believe in ourselves and have fun and just like bring the energy, bring the vibes.
Thank you. And one more question for you, Boaster, and anyone else can answer this as well. Boaster, you've gone to a lot of different countries in your career as a player. Is there any place that you would like to come back to, or a new place that you'd like to go to?
New place or any place I'd like to go back to? I didn't get a single win in China. I need to go back there. I went 0-2. Instant out. Actually, I stayed. I was going to say instant out on the plane, but I didn't. I stayed. So that was cool. And I'd say it would be, I'm not going to lie, it would be nice to go back to Brazil as well. Mainly because, like, I don't know, it was just a big core memory, the first ever win, and it'd be nice to go back there and them screaming at me, "You're gonna die again." But it was in Portuguese, so it was fine. I didn't understand it, but it was hype. Those are two, and then new places. I've been everywhere, haven't I? No, I'm joking. I don't know. Actually, new place. I haven't really thought about it.
Poland.
Poland. Here we go then.
Masters. What is it? Poznan?
Yeah, Poznan.
Masters Poznan.
Masters Krakow. Let's go.
Can I answer that as well? I would like to go Turkey again, because when I played in Turkey, I didn't have experience at all. So it was my first champions, and we actually get close to win, but I mean, why are you looking at me?
You got close to winning.
Yeah. I want. Yeah, bro. This. Never mind. Yeah, I will just start going 30.
Thank you.
We are going to take some questions on the call. Anna, you go first.
Hi, congratulations on the win. My question is for Boaster. You give us all heart attacks when you hit a site with so little time left. What is going through your mind when this happens, and how do you capitalize off of it?
During the round, there's a lot of moving aspects in the game, and it's just about trying to weigh up in those times where there's little moments of freezing, what site's the best to hit, and in those times, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on, whilst also not dying. And so sometimes it's like we have to play it slow because enemy has a lot of util, and we need to work our way slowly into it. But by the time that we do hit the sites, there's not much util left. I take full responsibility for that first bonus round when we were 5v3. I actually knew they'd be 3A. I just believed that we'd just win anyway. And like, as long as we go as 5, but they owned us. I just had, because I knew the Cypher Cam was on B main. So it's just little things. And it's just, we have to take our time with map control on maps sometimes, because we just don't make sure we're trading and going together and not dying. Because as long as we hit the site together and trade out, it should be what, maximum 4 people, maybe 5 if we're really obvious, but no one rotates 5 in. So it's a 5v4. So it doesn't matter if we go slow, just trade it.
Great, thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question go to Chitaku.
Hello guys, first for all, congratulations for the win. I'm Chitaku from Universo Valorant. My question is for Milan. Milan, during games, what do you usually write down, whether it's a win or a loss?
I mean, I just write down what happens. I think me and Ben have a pretty good system where one of us is focusing a little bit more on the enemy and one of us is focusing a little bit more on ourselves. And we just we try to create an overview, allow ourselves to get ideas flowing on what we can do for future timeouts, what our expectations are. So it's just very simple stuff.
Okay, and my second question is for the team.
Just one question because we are running out of time. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Chitaku. Next question go to Enzo.
Hi guys, congratulations for the win today. I have a question for every one of you. Who do you like to face in the next round?
Sentinels.
Sentinels,
I guess then. I don't mind though.
Excellent. Thank you guys.
Actually, I don't want to play Paper X because I don't want to send them home. I'd like to. No, not like I wasn't given it. I just mean I like Forsaken. So I like him to stay a little bit longer so I can see him in the lobby. I like seeing his face.
Sentinels.
You have what? Sentinels? Yeah.
Sentinels.
There we go. Sentinels.
Yeah, we need revenge, actually. They beat us as champs.
Thank you. Next question go to Rosesa.
All right. Congratulations for the win. I'm Roses. I'd like to ask to Coach Milan for the specific questions. Would you mind to highlight any individual player performance that particularly stood out to you today and why?
I think everyone did really well today. So I don't think it's a nice thing to
do it.
Just do it.
Just
Well,
do it.
Austin probably again. Like I think for me, someone that doesn't always stand out and that's been having a fantastic tournament, both like in the game, but also helping helping a lot of the boys like with stuff out of the game. And I think that that's something that he doesn't get a whole lot of credit for. So I'm very happy. I feel very fortunate to be like surrounded by all 5 of these players. But if I had to highlight one, would probably be him.
That's a great answer. Thank you and congratulations
Milan.
once again.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Warms my heart. Who said that? Which one said that?
What do you think? He's a little upset. Yeah, voice crack.
Thank you. Next question go to Joe.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, it's João Oliveira from Visão, Brazil, and congrats for the win. before my question, I'd like to say from Booster, we are waiting for you in Brazil as well. So come here. And for Off-Fire, my question is, you think it's a lot for crashes after the mistake shot in the SN that round. But after all, you played so well in the SN. And I would like to know from you if Crashes will pay your dinner tonight, or if you paid for him from the saving in that map.
I guess the question is mine, but I do not understand.
He's asking Austin like helped you a lot, I think, on Ascent. And are you gonna pay for his dinner tonight?
I mean, he didn't help me on Ascent, but
Oh.
okay. I gotta give. He helped me a lot. Whenever I go somewhere, he put recon and he put drone, and he calmed me super well. And every peak I was doing it, he was calling me. So thank you. I will pay your dinner.
I'll pay your dinner, bro.
Okay.
Ryan's paying.
Oh,
Thank you, bro.
Knocked my ears out.
Sorry, I didn't realize he would do that.
Last question on the call goes to Pedro.
Hey guys, Pedro Romero, independent journalist. I kind of got here a little bit late, so I'm not sure if the question I want to ask has already been asked, but I'm gonna shoot my shot anyway. This question is gonna go out to Bolster. You kind of put up an interesting comparison from like in terms of like the locations of the places that you competed in throughout your career in this game, and I want to ask you something about that or within that aspect. As the IGO and as the longest standing member of this Fnatic squad, you've seen plenty of people come and go within this org, and the same can be said for this year. I still want to ask you just sort of like how have you viewed the evolution of your IGL and your management of the players and just having to deal with different personalities, as you know, as someone as an equally as colorful personality as yourself. What has been some of the most difficult aspects of just having to manage all of these different things and centralize it? And what do you think has been some of the biggest similarities on top of that as well, from your point of view?
I'd say, yeah, I mean, it's always interesting when players like come and go. You see it throughout the scene, but also within our teams as well. Like most of our players stay for at least a year, and then move on their way sometimes. And I think it's just you just take what you can from each player, from each coach, from each analyst that you get, and you just learn what was good and what was bad, and move and take that into your next roster. And I think as you play, the longer you play, the more things you see, the more things you have to adapt to, and you learn from. But you're always constantly learning. You're never like perfect, or you never understand everything that's going on. And I do sometimes think when it's going to be my turn. But I don't really know. It's like I don't play very well sometimes. So I'm like, bloody hell, I need to make sure I can keep up with these young guns. I got Kike here looking like an absolute laser at times, like with his aim and stuff. So yeah, I think it's just with the atmosphere, that's the biggest important thing. We have to thank like Kojo and the coaches for that as well, and Phil. Like these are such important aspects of our team, which manage the team building, manage the energy. After that loss against Gen.g, Phil had us shouting off the hotel balcony together, just going, ah, and there was 4 people down there like, what the hell is going on? But we were screaming our way into our next game kind of thing. It felt like a movie, honestly. So like little things like that. And it's always fun seeing how teams develop and grow. I will always say like the biggest thing you can do is learn from a win or from a loss. And that's especially what we do. Our kickoff game, Kayak's big pop-off against Navi. Love that one from him. And now he's grown so much into a super duelist. Crashies, when he came back after kickoff, had a really solid game on Fracture, just swinging, and now he's in full throttle. It's just things like that. I don't have to talk about these two because they've already had their little moments and they just do their thing. So yeah, I think it's just you got to have your moment.
Okay, bro.
Have your thing.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I could talk you up there.
No. I don't want.
I'll buy you dinner.
Thank you. Now we are going to take some questions here from the fans. So if you want to see the fans, you can watch this screen on your right.
First, congratulations on your win. My question goes to Alfier. How did you reset and change your gameplay between map 2 and map 3?
I'm kind of the momentum player. Whenever I play bad and whenever I get like, whenever we lose the maps because of me, I get so tilted and I'm like more hungry to win another map. I'm just getting more excited and more hype and like more motivate after I play bad. It's just, I'm not resetting actually. It's just, that's me. When I play bad, I'm getting angry. So I'm more focused, more motivated and more hype.
There's nothing worse for Alfia than losing an ISO. I will say that day. He just comes out like.
Yeah. And if you talk more, you're gonna play ISO.
But he was really excited for the chamber debut.
I mean, I've been telling you. I've been telling you, Asen is best man. I've been telling you.
Thank you. Next question.
So this question is for Crashies. So I've been following Optic for when it existed. So I just have to ask, between Boaster and Finesse, who's the better IGL?
Oh God, what a tough question.
Do the safe one.
Well, I played with FNS for 3 or 4 years. I've only played with Boaster for what, 6 months. But I think what Boaster like differs from FNS is Boaster has done it with multiple rosters before. He won EMEA back-to-back last season as well with like a completely different roster. And I think he just can do it with a lot more pieces. I think FNS was definitely like one of my closest friends and like closest teammates I've ever had. And I learned so much about him and how to be like a better human and player and stuff like that. So it's so hard to choose because they both have taught me like so many lessons that I just like value so much. So.
Thank you. Next question.
What is happening?
He's kind of nervous. Sorry.
I have a question for Crashies again. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And what's your thoughts on FNS watching you?
He better be supporting because sometimes I see him hate watching and it doesn't look good on him. It doesn't look good on him. So stop hate watching. Start supporting Fnatic. And yeah, maybe we should send him a jersey. Maybe he'll put it on. So.
Cool. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Fnatic, for being here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.